Hello, this is Gary the Coconut, and this is a game between Optimus Droid, the blue Zerg player, and Gary Coconut, myself, the red Zerg player. I sure hope I called him the Zerg player. I didn't remember exactly. Now, this is the second part to my How to Get Out of Bronze series. A three-part series that I'm going to do. Again, I don't normally like casting my own games because I don't think that you guys want to see that, but I am doing this just to show you an example of how to get out of bronze. And in case you missed the first game, you should go watch it, but just to sum it up, the three things we're going to focus on, and I promise you if you do those three things correctly, you will get out of Bronze League, and they just flow into nice, good, well-rounded games. Those three things are mineral saturation, scouting, and upgrades. So, this game, I wanted to teach you what a timing attack is. You probably hear, if you watch pro games, you probably hear casters say that all the time. Oh, he's doing a timing attack. Is he going to do a timing attack? You hear that all the time. But what exactly is it? Well, in this game, I'm going to do a timing attack. And that is because in my last game, I showed you how to do long macro game, get fully upgraded units, go attack, one-sided game. Very simple. What if you don't want to play a half-hour long game? You just want to play a shorter game? Well, then you do a timing attack. And we will demonstrate that later on in the game. But again, I'm going to focus on first scouting and mineral saturation. He is doing a good job of scouting, getting that drone out. In a Zerg vs. Zerg, it's a little harder to... sometimes it feels like a game of rock, paper, scissors. But if you have control of the game, then it's not, because you own it and you're ready for whatever they're going to throw at you. And I think this game demonstrates that well. I like to go with the quick speed. That's just my own preference. And it looks like my opponent is doing the same. Let's get that production tab up. It does look pretty darn even. He is a little bit ahead with his overlord, but I'm a little bit ahead with my spawning pool. Whatever, that's fine. See, what's he doing? Is he just checking out where I am? No, he is not only checking what I'm doing here, he's also checking if I've expanded. So he is doing a very good job at scouting. And yes. So again, just to sum up the point that I was bringing in last time I did the quick expand, this time I did not. So I should still be able to expand at the 5-minute mark, because if you have good mineral saturation, nobody's attacking you, you're doing all the right things, you should be able to expand every 5 minutes. And in this game I am going to be a little shorter. It is going to be at the 4-minute mark, so that was good. And I have used all my larvae that I can to those drones. Now let's look at what my opponent is doing. It looks like a very similar build. His expansion is going to be later than mine, and that is a big deal. He did leave one drone on gas, and so did I. I do this on purpose because I'm going to get those upgrades. And so this is kind of when I'm going the build that I'm going right now, this is kind of my indicator of when to build my evolution chamber and get my upgrade. As you can see, I am getting I have 76 gas at the moment. And in this game, I am going to go roaches. So let's compare how the scouting is. So this is what I see. Right now I can see a good part of the map. I have my unit, I have my overlords in a place where I can see everything, and now this is where I'm scouting. I just want to see how big his army is. And so I scouted, I want to see if he's expanded. I should have an overlord up here, but he's going to be on his way later, hopefully. So I said, he doesn't have much of an army that I can see. If he's hiding it, then well, I'll be out of luck. But I think I'm good to go ahead and continue going on roaches without building any more zerglings. That was all that scouting was. And again, I have more units here so I can see what's going on. I did win that engagement. So I know that there's no units coming my way. I'm going to go ahead and continue with my plan. So with this game, my strategy was a 2-base roach push, a roach timing. And the idea with a timing attack, here's my upgrade that I'm getting. With a timing attack, it's a gamble saying that I am going to attack him and I'm going to have better upgrades than him, and I'm going to win because of it. So to do that, I'm gambling that my upgrade is going to be finished before before he gets any upgrades or the same upgrade. Let's go back to that vision. And I'm kind of betting that I'm going to have better upgrades than him. So that's my timing attack. So you can time attack with tech. You can say, I'm going to attack before. I'm going to have Mutalisks before he has Mutalisks, and I'm going to plan on that help giving me an advantage. But I didn't want to go Mutalisks, so I wanted to get my upgrade. So I did. You see here, I am getting that upgrade. And the perfect upgrade, I did a show on that before. You want to get to that base right as this upgrade finishes, because see, I'm checking my wall, making sure it's a good wall here to make sure you can't run any lings up there. So you want to get there right when your upgrade finishes, because you want to have any chance of you getting better upgrades than him. And I obviously don't need to worry about it actually, because he has 0 upgrades. So this is good for me. I will have that advantage. And he is scouting with that Overlord, but he isn't going to see much. So now I have the drone saturation that I want here. I'm going to be working on this drone saturation. I should be able to have my third base in a minute and a half, because my goal is to expand every 5 minutes. We will see if I am on time or if I am late. And I'm waiting for that upgrade. And I'm setting my Zerglings up here to start on these rocks. And we'll see what happens. He is doing a little bit of scouting on his own. And what's he checking? He has a good Zergling here to make sure I don't have a third. Very smart. That's exactly what I'm doing to him, actually. Because that would be... I actually want him to have a third because I'm moving out. And I want to have an advantage in army size. As we look at the unit tab, our drone is the same. I have more units than him. Why am I doing so much better than him? I don't know. Let's figure that out. And he just now has more drones than me. But my army is just so much bigger than him. I'm not even worried about it. Now, there's that upgrade. It's finishing in 8 seconds. So I wanted to move out a few more seconds ago. We can see that upgrade just finished. I want to be at his base right now. So I'm a little bit late on my timing attack, but that is what a timing attack is. You move out as soon as your upgrade is finished. I now have 1-0 roaches. I'm going to gamble that he has no upgrades yet. And this should be able to be pretty one-sided now. So he is getting his third. It is the 10-minute mark. I am late on my own expansion, but that should be on its way in a minute. And it's pretty obvious what is going to happen here. Yeah. And now he's getting his +1 for his roaches, but it's too low. Very stupid. So even though he's got roaches, he doesn't have nearly enough. I've got upgrades. I'm reinforcing the Zerglings. I did all the right things, you guys. I hope you see how this can help your game. And I scouted. I made sure that he wasn't going to be attacking me while I was doing my plans. If he was, I would have just built more units and still tried to do this. And I mean, he's so unprepared for this. He did try to tech up to it. I wasn't teching because I just wanted that one upgrade. And then I knew what my strategy was before I got into the game. And so he spent more on tech, I spent on my army. Very simple. So that is what a timing attack is. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is Gary the Coconut, and let's move on to game number 3.